is it possible it took so long? The evidence was right out there in front of everybody's eyes if they wanted it. Mr. Higher Loyalty, James Comey, and how is it they all get off scot-free? Why do I believe that if any conservative was involved in any effort like this to alter an election in this country and tip the scales of balance in an election and spread outright Russian lies like this, there would be consequences, especially members of the FBI that have been politicized?
Yeah, no, it's the double standard, and you're right. If this was conservatives who were involved in anything like this, they'd be going after him nonstop. But when it's the other way around, you never see him actually being held to account. That's why we have to look at the power of the purse. We have to look at the appropriations process. I mean, this report, it talked about this Danchenko, who was the subsource for Steele. Danchenko was investigated 12 years ago for espionage. And then what did the Comey FBI do? They paid him to go validate the Steele dossier, which he couldn't do. That's how bad this thing was. I mean, and what they put the country through. Remember, this was 3 years. All we ever heard about was Russia and Mueller and this investigation and collusion and coordination. None of it was true, all based on a lie. And most importantly, the FBI knew it was a lie. They had no evidence. The report's very clear in the executive summary. No evidence whatsoever to commence this operation, to commence Crossfire Hurricane. They had none. They did it anyway. They put our country through it. That is the true threat to democracy we face today, is when entities and agencies in our government behave like this FBI did.
I want to ask you this. Are you talking about defunding the FBI and maybe even the CIA or a reorganization?
Good. Get rid of them. They suck.
Gotten to the bottom of this. He decided not to. And then on top
Fix
of that,
their improprieties.
FBI has a copy of Hunter Biden's laptop in December of 2019. They verify it in the spring of 2020. But yet FBI agents in the lead up to the 2020 presidential election are meeting weekly with big tech, warning big tech they may be victims of a disinformation campaign about Joe and Hunter Biden, hence the censoring of that laptop story. Then we've got the 51 dirty intel agents, as Miranda Devine called them, and there's